A set of objects found in the tomb of Tutankhamun, the celebrated pharaoh of ancient Egypt's 18th dynasty, has revealed a funerary ritual that could change the understanding of religious practices at the time. As reported by La Vanguardia, archaeologist Nicholas Brown, from Yale University, identified in these artifacts the oldest evidence of the awakening of Osiris, a rite designed to guarantee the immortality of the monarch in the afterlife. This discovery suggests that the young pharaoh, who died more than 3,300 years ago, was a pioneer in the implementation of this rite. The find focuses on clay trays and gilded wooden staffs, known as pejaha emblems, that had gone unnoticed for decades. These objects, placed near Tutankhamun's sarcophagus, were initially considered decorative. However, Brown's analysis, published in the Journal of Egyptian Archaeology, links them directly to tasting and regeneration rituals associated with the god Osiris, a central figure in Egyptian mythology and lord of the underworld. Tutankhamun's tomb, discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, is known for its abundance of artifacts, more than 5,000, including the famous golden mask. However, according to La Vanguardia, attention has recently begun to be paid to clay trays and wooden staffs, which were 1.5 meters from the head of the sarcophagus and had gone unnoticed until now. Brown's study indicates that the clay trays from the Nile River, placed on reed mats in the pharaoh's tomb, were meant to contain water with symbolism of fertility and regeneration linked to Osiris. This water was used in rituals to revive the pharaoh in the afterlife. Golden staffs, located behind the monarch's head, also played an essential role in these rituals according to ancient Egyptian texts. The awakening of Osiris is a funeral ritual that sought to transform the deceased into an incarnation of the god of the underworld, ensuring their immortality in the spiritual realm. The myth of Osiris narrates how this god was killed and torn to pieces by his brother Seth, being later resurrected by his wife and sister Isis. This story, deeply rooted in the Egyptian worldview, symbolizes regeneration and eternal life. According to the study, the ritual found in Tutankhamun's tomb reflects a deliberate attempt to connect the pharaoh with this divine narrative. Tutankhamun's reign was marked by an effort to restore religious traditions after the period of monotheistic reforms pushed by his father, Akhenaten. The latter had centered the cult on the Aten, the sun disk, eliminating the practices associated with Osiris and other gods from the Egyptian pantheon. The young pharaoh and his advisors took advantage of their reign to reintroduce traditional beliefs, including funeral rites that ensured resurrection in the afterlife. Brown's study highlights that even Tutankhamun's mummification reflects this intention. The embalmers strove to mummify his penis in an erect position, a detail that, according to previous research, symbolizes the regenerative power of Osiris. This detail reinforces the idea that the pharaoh was presented as an incarnation of the god, cementing his place in the eternal cycle of death and rebirth. Despite his brief reign, which lasted barely a decade, Tutankhamun left a legacy that continues to fascinate archaeologists and historians. As reported by La Vanguardia, the discovery of the awakening of Osiris in his tomb not only expands knowledge about the funerary practices of ancient Egypt, but also underscores the importance of this young monarch in the restoration of religious traditions. Analysis of the objects found in Tutankhamun's tomb shows that even the simplest artifacts can hold fundamental clues to understanding history. This discovery, more than a century after the opening of his tomb, reaffirms the pharaoh's place in history as an innovator and defender of the beliefs that defined Egyptian civilization.